Sixth grade math, we're going to do some circle graphs. So page 94 in your book. So let me go down here and get my pen going. I'm on page 94. Please follow along. Haven't seen a lot of key concept boxes here recently, so make sure you are writing those if we have those. So here we go on circle graphs. Key vocabulary is just circle graph, and it's basically a graph that it's almost like a pie chart. It takes data and it puts it in a circle, and it splits up the data according to how big the pieces of pie are. And a circle graph, the whole circle represents all of the data. And one thing to look at it is it represents 100% of the data. So let's look at some problems. Interpreting a circle graph. That means how are you going to look at it and read it and answer questions from it. A group of teenagers were asked what they think about roller coasters. Their answers are shown in the circle graph at the right, which I think it's at the bottom of that page right there. How many of them think roller coasters are great? The circle graph is a graph that represents data as parts of a circle. The entire circle represents all of the data. You can make conclusions about the data in a circle graph based on the size of each section. So 78 kids thought it was great. And that's what they asked you on that question. To find out how many think it's great, find the data value in the section labeled great. And it's just 78. That's pretty easy. To find out how many of the teenagers do not think roller coasters are great, add the values in the okay and the not so fun. So if you go back, the okay and the not so fun are the only ones that don't say great. So 7 plus 15 is 22. So 22 people don't think roller coasters are great. So in the guided practice, the circle graph shows how many people out of 100 prefer each of 4 types of shoes. Which type of shoe is the least popular? And a lot of times in circle graphs, I just look at the size of the pie. This one right here, sandals, is the least popular because it's got the smallest piece of the pie. How many people do not prefer loafers? So that means everything but loafers. So do not means sneakers, dress shoes, sandals. So we add those numbers up. So I go 40, lost my pen, 45, 22, and 11. That'd be 8. 78 people do not prefer loafers. The circle graph shows how many people out of 100 prefer each of the 4 types of shoes. Is it reasonable to say that sneakers is the most popular choice? Explain your answer. I would say yes, because it's the biggest section. And it's also the biggest number. 45 is the biggest number there. Okay, using a graph, it says, oh, that's kind of a neat graph. Look at that on a ice cream cone. Frozen yogurt. The circle graph shows the favorite frozen yogurt flavors of 100 students. About 300 students will attend a party. Predict how many students will ask for vanilla frozen yogurt. So basically, if 38 out of 100 say vanilla, and we are going to have 300 people, you can do it 2 ways. You can say, hey, 38 out of 100, 300 is this 3 times. So take 3 times 38. So 9, that would be 114. So you could also write it as 2 equivalent fractions equals how many out of 300. To get from 100 to 300, you take it times 3. And fractions, there's a little saying, whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. And again, we're just multiplying right there. So let's see what they came up with. So you find the relationship, which is times 3, and then you take 38 times 3, which is 114. So it says, what if, suppose only 200 students attend the party? Let's go back away from that answer. How many would ask for strawberry frozen yogurt? Well, let me go back and find the strawberry one. So 22 out of 100 like strawberry. We want to know how many out of 200. So we look at the relationship. What do you do to 100 to get 200? You take it times 2. So what do you do to 22? Whatever we did to the bottom, we do to the top. So it would be about 44 kids would ask for strawberry. So hey, that's it. That was a fast one. Circle graphs, just going through, reading the data, interpreting data, and we'll see you in 2.8. Bye.